started. Welcome guys to another live edition of the Trading Blog. Streaming this on both Periscope and Facebook Live again. This time I tried something a little bit different. I was listening to the Facebook Live recording last night, and there was a little bit of that screeching noise in the background when you have two microphones too close. So I separated the cameras a little bit, but if that sound remains, you can always check out the recording of this on my YouTube channel, just youtube.com/Akil Stokes. But yesterday, we had a fantastic episode of the Trading Blog. We addressed a comment that a trader left on YouTube and really talked a lot about just financial, personal finance, wealth management, stuff like that, how to go about saving to reach your goals in trading. And there was a massive response. I got this, my nose is itching, so I'm sorry about that, guys. It's not a trading thing. I'm not coked up, don't worry. But I got a massive response by a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people on Twitter, and even the trader that left the message reached out to me as well. Just saying that, hey, Akil, I was frustrated at the moment. I needed that. I appreciate it. And I told the trader, hey, thank you for that question, because so many traders out there were feeling the exact same way, and now we were able to provide them an answer, provide them some help that will hopefully kind of clear up the path on what they want to go through. Now, some of the follow-up questions that I got to that blog entry were about traders wanting to go full-time. Traders were getting fired up to say, Akil, I'm pumped up. I feel like I'm doing well with trading. I'm ready to start taking the next step. What should I do? And it's time to invest in gold. I hope so. I've got some, I don't know where I put it. I hit it somewhere. I've got a lot of hard asset gold laying around, so I'll be okay with that. But I got a trader who said, hey, Akil, I've been watching all your videos for a while now. I've come to the point where I want to trade full time. I feel like something I need, though, is more psychological support, and I would love to join your syndicate program or your live room, right? Because that's going to provide you the support that he needs to kind of take it to that next step. However, they are out of my time zones. I work during the time that both of your live rooms are going on. What should I do? Should I quit my job and start trading full time? And what do you guys think? Appreciate it. Should this trader quit his job and go after his dream and trade full time? Nobody wants to be the one to say yeah. Of course they should, right? Isn't that what entrepreneurs do? We go to the edge, we jump off the cliff, we commit fully, and then we find out a solution on our way down. Hey, Charles, right? If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have said yes. I was all about that mindset that, hey, you know what? You gotta go after your dreams. You gotta jump off that cliff and, commit fully. And if it's gonna work out, you'll find a way to work it out before you hit the ground. However, experience has taught me that that's actually not the right way to go about it. You do have to plan things out, because there is a risk and reward. And it sounds kind of hypocritical, me saying this. I was a person, for you guys who don't know my story, that I kind of did that. I quit 3 jobs in order to commit full-time to trading. But it's really dependent on your situation. I didn't do it out of ego or stupidity. I actually planned it out, and that's the part of the story that many people don't hear, where yes, I did quit my jobs and commit fully to trading because I needed time, but I was also young. I was 22 at the time? 22, 23 at the time. I didn't have any family, no responsibilities, right? So I didn't have anybody dependent on me. And the jobs that I quit, they weren't careers, right? Unfortunately, I graduated right during the start of our recession here in the U.S. So the jobs that I quit, they weren't careers. So it wasn't anything that, I worked my way up through the ranks to get to. Those jobs were just jobs that I picked up. I was working in the school district with kids that had mental and behavioral health issues. That's why I like rocking the autism awareness watch here. I would go straight from that job to coaching track and field at the university I graduated from. I would then go take some graduate classes at night. Then after that, I would go clean banks and clean preschools as a janitor. So all 3 of those jobs, right, if I quit, I knew that I could easily get them back. So when I committed, when I signed up for my trading course, I got trained by Jason Stapleton, the founder of TradingPower.com. When I committed, there's a question over on Facebook Live about that. When I committed, not only did I plan this out, well in advance, where I had a very nice safety net of money set aside so that I can survive a certain period of time without going broke. But I also had the safety net of knowing that, hey, guess what? If I fail, right? I didn't plan on failing. My whole mentality was, winners win, you don't fail, blah, blah, blah. But if I fail, I could easily go back and acquire any of those jobs again. And I know many of you have heard the Will Smith quote where it says, hey, I don't have a plan B because it deters me from thinking about plan A, which again, the ego side of me is great. I love that mentality of win at all costs. But in reality, I think you should have a plan B. Maybe, 90% of your effort goes to plan A, right? There he goes, distracts from plan A. I don't have a plan B because it distracts me from plan A. I do think you should have a plan B. I think maybe 90% of your effort should go towards plan A, but there does have to be a safety net, especially if you're someone that is in an established career, or you have a family, you have people that, if it doesn't work out, are going to be harmed by your losses. I think you should have that. So here's my solution to the trader, and it's always tough because I don't know what the job is. But apparently, if you're sick of your job, if you know you want to be a full-time trader, if you know you want to start a business out of your trading, you're committed to it. I have no problem with you saying, hey, I'm not worried about dumping this job because I'm going to commit full-time and I'm going to make this work. But I don't think you should just up and quit, because the problem is if you up and quit, right? Again, you have that risk of not being able to generate an income. It puts a lot of pressure on your trading. I'll tell you what, how many of you guys have demo traded and felt a little bit of pressure when taking positions? Give me some hearts or a yes or whatever you do on these platforms. Have you ever demo traded? You see a position, you're like, it's getting close. It's getting close to target one. Have you ever been that way? There you go. A lot of people saying yes, right? Now, remember that feeling. Now, how many of you have had that, have demo traded and then gone to real money, right? Does that feeling increase or decrease? Is there more pressure or less pressure? A little bit more pressure, right? Charles is going crazy with the hearts right now. Like, yep. Me and Charles did a Forex market preview a while ago talking about the differences between demo trading and real trading. That's one of the biggest differences, that pressure. Now, take that pressure, right? And think about that pressure when it's put in a situation where you have to make income to feed yourself and feed your family. When, we like to call it you eat what you kill. If you don't kill in the market, if you don't bring in a certain amount of profit each week or each month in the market, guess who doesn't eat? You, your family. Think about the amount of pressure that puts on you. Trading psychology is the biggest obstacle already. It's hard enough just as someone that's not even taking money out of their account. It's hard enough to get over those hurdles in general. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you add extra pressure to it, because you can just imagine how that's going to amp up the emotions and lead to more mistakes. So I don't think you should quit and just go all into it. However, you can plan it out. You can plan it out. You can plan it out and say, okay, well, the goal is to quit my job in 6 months, right? Or the goal is to quit my job, let's say, by January 1st, 2018. And then what you do is you work backwards. You work backwards. So if I plan to quit my job in January 1st, 2018, what do I need in order to do that? And then you work backwards and work on achieving what you need. And that may be saving a certain amount of money. You start saving like a madman right now. There was a guy that left a comment under yesterday's video that said, hey, one thing that he did was he cut off his cable and his internet for a year. Saved $2,500 just by doing that. And used that to help fund an account. $2,500. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, well, don't you need internet to be a trader? That's one of the small things we need, right? And he said, you know what I did? I would take my laptop, I would go down to a local college, I'd go down to a local college library, and I would do my trading there. And I said, that's brilliant. Could I do that? No, because I'm addicted to sports and I need to watch every single sport that's going on. Right? So I couldn't do that. Unless I had to, of course. But that was brilliant. So set yourself up in the position where you're doing what you need to do to succeed. And that could even mean picking up a small part-time job, right? If the main concern right now is that the reason I'm not doing well at my trading is because I'm not involved in a live trading room, I'm not involved in a supportive community that's going to help me get to the next level, right? So the question is, how can I do that? And if it means quitting your job, what you may want to do is, right, quit that job, right, so that you can join the community that you want to join. But then, right, acquire another job, require a third shift job, a late at night job, an early in the morning job, something with part-time hours, something that will still allow you to generate an income. That way you can still survive while you're going through that learning process. And there's not as much pressure of saying, hey, I have to be this good by then, or I have to bring in this much money by then, or I'm just going to fail, or I'm going to get kicked out of my apartment or my house or anything like that. I'm going to miss bills, right? Set your life up around your trading if that is your main goal. And that's how you commit 100% to your trading and your goals, but you still have that backup plan for safety, just in case things don't go the way you plan. Because I'll tell you what, and I'm not discouraging any of you guys from being traders, but there's a high failure rate in what we do. There's a very high failure rate in what we do. If you put 100 traders in a room, only 10, right, on average are getting out of that door. And we may all have the mentality that, hey, like, sucks for the other 9, right? That's how I would think of things. Well, sucks for the other 9 people. I know I'm getting through, so they better figure it out. But in reality, you never know what can happen, and you don't want to take a major step back in your life, again, especially if people are dependent on you. I was lucky enough to do this when I didn't have a family or anything. So if I failed, it was all on me. And I don't mind putting myself in that position. Would I do the same thing now that I have a wife and kid? Probably not. I would take a different approach, because now I know if I fail, right, it's directly affecting their life. So you want to have that plan B. So that's what I want to talk about in today's trading blog. It's been a slow trading week, guys. I've only taken, Canada. There we go. Syndicate members. Canada just hit target ones. Ring the cash register. Woo! Look at that. See what happens when you don't look at the chart? Let me just adjust things here. Well done, traders. We took a long on dollar Canada this morning. Let me just check on some other stuff here. Pound yen didn't follow through, or pound dollar didn't follow through in that 26.18 opportunity. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. We did a nice little blog, made some money at the same time. That's the beautiful thing about being an investor, right? Being on the investment side of things, that you can literally make money while you're doing other things. So, yep, we're going to peace out. I appreciate it, Charles. I'll see you guys next time I do something. I don't know. And again, I'll upload this to YouTube just in case the quality is bad. And as always, feel free, guys. Please share. Please retweet. We're trying to start a movement here if you guys are new. We've been doing it for a while on the YouTube channel with our trading blog. But the movement is really to eliminate the current way of thinking. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of junk out there about trading, how it's a get-rich-quick scheme. It's this easy. You can make $1 million with a $100 account, and a lot of things that just suck traders in and get a lot of traders into trouble, because I was one of them. I came in with that mentality of, hey, I'm going to make a lot of money really, really fast and be a millionaire in 6 years, right? I did the calculations, and I just really want to change that mindset, not discouraging anyone from going after their goals, because I think each and every person can achieve their goals. You just have to work hard enough and work long enough, right? It's work, effort, and time. That's how you reach your goals, right? It takes time. But I want to relay that message that, hey, you can be successful, right? You can earn your success by working hard enough, but you have to be patient. It does take time. And I think if we can change that mentality, we'll stop a lot of the people that come into the market and immediately blow their accounts with these false expectations. And maybe for the people that that now realize it does take work, maybe they'll never get involved. Maybe they'll say to themselves, hey, I'm just not cut out for this. And they can go take that money and do something else positive with it. So each time you guys share this, it helps that. You guys have been a great community. I can't tell you how many podcast interviews I've done where the interviewers have said they just love the Trade Empowered community, and that goes for anyone that supports this video, even if you're not involved in one of our programs. So keep it up. I always appreciate it. And until next time, plan and trade your plan. Take care. Well done on Camda. All right, traders. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please show us by hitting that like button and subscribing by clicking the button right below. If you're looking for more educational content, feel free to head over to our tradeempowered.com website, or also take a look and you'll see more videos available for you. Have a good one.